Thank you for joining the A-Game Zoom meeting. Juan, start us off with your financial projections.
Oh, golly, Wally, what is that?
Wait, does he even know he's live?
Why are his pants so tight?
Oh, you just got the... Is he pop locking?
He does have moves. Go on.
Or the breakdance?
Ooh, I hope he doesn't split his tight pants.
Oh, go one. Go, eat the birthday. Go one, eat the birthday.
You better clap yourself like you work. In there dancing around like you crazy.
Okay, that was pretty good. Now that Juan has given us his unauthorized dance routine, does anyone else have a dance routine they want to do? Okay, well, let's get back to showing the world why A-Game is the #1 herbal solution in the world. However, I kind of want to know why his pants were so tight too, but let's get back to being on our A-Game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello everybody, how's everyone doing today? We have a very important show. Today. If you're a black woman, you should not miss this show. You should not. Hello to everyone in the chat. How are you? Hey, Ondani. Hey, Pharaoh. Hey, Philip. Hey, Miss Nicole. Hey, Dr. Sherry. Y'all know I can't go down the whole list. If you're a black woman, you cannot miss this show. You cannot. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care who you tell yourself you are. If you are a black woman, you need to be tuned in. Period. Period. Because black women aren't gonna make it. You think you have time that you do not have. You don't have. What really inspired this show today was Lolo Jones. I opened up the week with Lolo, if you remember. And there's something that I mentioned that I'm really circling back to that we're going to dig into today. And I mentioned how she was trying to live two lives. Thank you, Think on This Tube. Thank you for kicking off the contributions. Thank you so much. And how she was basically trying to straddle the fence. She was trying to be part of the 10 life value system. She was trying to be part of the 10 life value system by portraying to the world that her highest priority was spiritual, that her next priority was health, as she was an athlete, and that her third priority was family because she wanted a husband. And she did these things in order to keep up her appearance value. See, she wanted to appear a certain way, have a certain image, have a certain, perception about her. Okay? Thank you, Frederick. Thank you so much. I viewed your 5-month-old video. Miss Ali had an ally. She wasn't afraid. Thank you so much, Norrin. You always come through. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. I really appreciate all of you. And then Lolo wanted to portray herself as being fully engaged with the 10 life values, but she wasn't getting 10 life value outcomes. She was getting lost value system American nightmare outcomes. That is what she was getting. She is getting the same outcome as women who are fully immersed in the lost value system. And you wonder how that could be so. See, here's the thing that I'm going to say before I really get into all of the things going on with Black women. This right here, this 10 life value system is the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And when I say that, I mean that in every sense of the word. When something is true, it is always true. It's never false. It never leads you astray. It never sends you to a bad outcome. If a process is the truth and is based on the truth, it's always going to give you truthful outcomes. You're not going to be on the path of truth your whole life and end up in a lie. You're not going to be a person who worships the Most High with sincerity in their heart, with sincerity in their actions. Your whole life, you live this way. You die in that state. You die in a state of worshiping the Most High. You die in a state of loving the Most High, and then he send you to hell. Either the promise was true or not. Either the blueprint was true or not. Most High gave us rules to live by. And we can try to squabble on what those rules are, but generally speaking, all of us know those same rules. We all know. So the Most High tell us, if you do this and this and this, you'll get this outcome. But if you do this and this and that, you'll get that outcome. That is the truth. As long as you do this and this and this, you're going to get this outcome. But if you start doing this and this and that, you're going to get the other outcome. It is what it is. It's always true. It's never not true. There are no exceptions. This is the only rule there are no exceptions to. The only rule that there are no exceptions for is the promises made by the Most High. Most High make us a promise. He don't break it. Ain't no exception to it. You lead a life of righteousness, it's going to be a righteous outcome. If you lead a life of unrighteousness, it's going to be an unrighteous outcome, period. And if you mix the two, you put yourself in a position where you may or may not receive the Most High's mercy. You may not receive forgiveness. You put yourself in limbo. You put yourself in a place of doubt. Somebody needed to hear that. I don't know who needed to hear that, but somebody needed to hear that. That was a word that somebody needed to hear that. Because I wasn't planning on saying that. The reason why Black women aren't going to make it is because you can't serve two masters. I actually was going to name it that, but you bounce between two masters. You bounce between the 10 life value system, having a worthy and positive value system, and you bounce back and forth between the lost value system and all of the foolishness that entails. When you do this, it breeds a group, it breeds a person, it breeds a woman who specializes in the following. And these are the things we're going to break down today. That specializes in the following things: deception, being a chameleon, aversion to accountability, lack of responsibility, not knowing themselves, and the inability to be true to themselves and others. We gonna break each one of them things down. I'm gonna repeat it and then we gonna go into it. Bouncing between the two value systems breeds a woman who specializes in the following: deception, being a chameleon, aversion to accountability, a lack of responsibility, not knowing themselves, and the inability to be true to themselves and others. Let's break down deceptions. Deceptions. There is an abundance of deceptions that women have engaged in, being immersed in the lost value system. Deceptions. Everything about her is a deception. Everything about her is a lie on one level or another. From the look to the hair, the nails, too much makeup, fake designer clothes, fake lifestyle, fake money, fake relationships, fake confidence, fake healing processes, fake empowerment, fake love, fake concern, fake friendships, fake good parenting. And the list can go on and on. Fake bodies. Everything about her is a deception. Everything she do is rooted in deceiving others on some level. And the first person to be deceived is her through her own actions. But why is she faking all of this stuff? Why is all this stuff fake? Why is it so important to have all of these deceptive practices? All of these deceitful things going on. All of these manipulative circumstances. Why? Because she knows in her heart what a good value system should look like. She knows what being a good person or a quality person or a valuable person should look like. She know. See, all of us intrinsically understand this value system. All of us intrinsically understand, whether we have this terminology or not, all of us understand on an intrinsic level spiritual value. We understand that we should have some connection to a higher power. We understand that. We understand that there's something greater than us and that we should adhere to it. The worship of things is ingrained in the human being. The worship of something is ingrained in the human being. Even an atheist worships something. Because even an atheist has something at the top of that list. Either it's themselves, it's their wealth, it's something there. Something's number one. You might not call yourself putting God up there, but something's number one. And whatever that number one thing is, that's what you worship. The thing you can't do without, that's what you worship. The thing you turn to when you can't turn to nothing else, that's what you worshiping. That's what you worshiping. Because it's innate in the human being. So you worship something. So there's something in that spiritual value slot if it's not spirituality. But we know that something go in that slot. And we put something in that slot. Thank you, Chris said, what makes a man and woman high value? Starts with these 10 life values by Dr. Spencer Holman. Value requires work. Thank you so much for saying that. And thank you for your contribution. I really appreciate your words as well. Thank you so much, Chris. And it does start with these 10 life values. But when you straddle the fence, you can't work on 10 life values because you're so busy living up to the lost value system and what it holds valuable. That is what the deceptions are about. The deception is about, I gotta portray myself as having a wealth that I don't have. I have to portray myself as being able to have a leisure and a lifestyle that I don't actually have. I got to portray myself from having a profession that I don't actually have. I got to portray myself to having an education that I don't actually have. I got to portray myself to having a level of mobility that I don't actually have. And I got to do that because I got to portray that I have wealth. Everything go back to the bag. And in the lost value system, my spirituality and how good of a person I am doesn't get me there. They don't perceive that. People don't see me. That don't get me the bag. That don't get me the bag. See, my health is not important. Only that I appear to be healthy, not that I really am. So I'll go and get a BBL instead of doing the work, instead of investing in finding out what kind of food I have to eat, what kind of food, leaving off all of the processed food. You know, everything you get come out of a box, a bag, a can, whatever. It come from a fast food place. It's packaged as this is that. You know, investing in that so that I can actually be healthy, so that I don't need to put myself underneath somebody's knife under the threat of death. I might not wake up from that. And if I do, I may have so many complications and I might have so many issues afterwards. You get an infection. You done put a foreign substance in your body fighting it. It's rejecting it. All of these sorts of things. Women have lost limbs. Women have lost their senses. Women have lost their lives doing something the easy way, the microwave way, and not putting in the work. That's where the deception come in, because it's easier for me to put on a face of makeup with a bunch of foundation and a bunch of highlights and a bunch of concealers than to stop eating all that sugar and drinking all them juices and pops to clear my skin so that I don't have to cover blemishes, because the blemishes aren't there anymore. I'm not going to work on that. I'll just put another face on. I won't go to the gym and get a natural BBL. Work on your glutes. Whatever your genetics is, that's what they are. And be proud of them. Do what you can. If you eat right and you eat healthy and you exercise properly and all of this sort of thing, whatever your body do, you got to be okay with that. Whatever your body end up looking like, you just got to be okay. It ain't going to look like the IG model or whatever the quintessential female look going to be. Everybody ain't got hips and booty. Everybody don't got a big rack. Everybody don't got, women are not going to be shaped like that all the time. Just as long as you not overweight, you not unhealthy. It's easier to just slap on a wig or, you know what I'm saying, do all of this other stuff than to take the time out to tend to my hair so I don't have traction alopecia, so I don't have my hairline starting to go back and spots in my head where my hair don't grow and I got to cut it off and it's real damaged and this and that, but I'm not paying attention to it as long as I got the look like my hair is in order. It might not be very long, sis, but as long as it's yours and it's healthy and it's growing out of your head. If it's short, then it's short then. You running around with these 9-inch nails. And I shout out to like 9-inch nails because I like the music group 9-inch nails. That's probably why I keep saying 9-inch nails. But anyway, you got these 9-inch claws that just tells me you not about nothing. That y'all don't understand how this stuff look. Y'all, it tell me you ain't got no business to tend to. Because nobody with business to tend to can even wear nails beyond a certain length. I got stuff to do. I got food to cook. I got things to type up. I got stuff to write. I got people to help. I got clothes to put on and take off. I got stuff to do. And I cannot do it with nails out to here and then it's got all them doodads on there. I got stuff to do. See, and coming from an Islamic standpoint, I see the spiritual problems with that. See, we got a lot of stuff in Deen that tell us we can't even do certain stuff. We can't wear our nails super long. Because it's not one shaitan, it's millions of them. It's a countless number of them. And you know what they do? They sit in the dirt that accumulate because you can't clean it all. Once they get a certain length, they can't be cleaned down at the base. Too much dirt get in them. Thank you, Imus. I appreciate your message. All women and girls need this guidance. Thank you so much. See, we know all this stuff in Islam. We can't even do certain stuff. You be done poke somebody's eye out with your nails. I can't do no housework with them nails. I can't vacuum nothing or clean nothing up or get nothing. Then you putting your hand all in your mouth. You done touched everything. It ain't sanitary. You going to the bathroom. I don't care. You know, y'all ain't really washing y'all hands. Y'all hitting it with a little bit of water. If that's what you're doing. If you put a little soap, you know, you hitting it real quick. That ain't enough to kill the bacteria. When doctors wash their hands, see, y'all don't know how to wash your hands. When doctors wash their hands with antibacterial soap, 30 seconds. 30 seconds for the soaping. Rinse, 30 more seconds. They wash their hands for 60 seconds because that's how long it takes for that soap to kill them bacteria. You have fake relationships, fake healing processes. Let's get down. Let's go from the exterior to the interior. The fake healing process. I'm working on myself. You know, I'm just thinking about myself. You know, I'm just trying to get better. Get better at what? Get better at what? Have you asked yourself, has anybody asked you what you getting better at? Working on yourself, how? Has anybody ever took you to task, about what you working on? Thank you, Happy Latina. Say, hey, sis, just sending you some love. Thank you, sweetheart. You got fake friends. All your relationships are superficial. They not built on nothing. They all built on some form of a transaction. If you're not getting something out of somebody or finessing somebody or making somebody do something or all this other type of stuff, you're not even cool with them people. You're not even talking to them people. I'm just working on me. With what tool? What tool are you working on yourself with? Do you got a scalpel or a sledgehammer in your hand? What are you doing? Working on yourself, how? List out the 5 things that you're working on yourself with. And tell me how you're doing it. Tell me what you're doing. Exactly. The practical thing that you're doing, not the fantastical, you just thinking about it. I don't want to hear that. That's not work. We're going to hit this commercial break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the chameleon, the lack of accountability, the no responsibility, not knowing themselves. We're going to finish cooking, everybody. So after these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey y'all, Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game. What? When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-Game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-Game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog just because I want some sleep, if you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-Game, fellas. Get your A-Game.
We are back, and I owe you something, right? I owe you bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button, bam, bam. You gotta See, I owe y'all my little dance. I'm gonna get back on my thumb dance. But before we get back to cooking, today's show is being brought to you by A Game. A Game. We are on our A Game today. A Game is the #1 premier health support for men. Okay, this is the solution that you have been looking for, fellas. If you are already healthy, you want a boost in the gym, you want a boost at work, you want a boost in your overall life, you want a boost in your health, you're looking to drop them COVID pounds and you just can't get the energy up to really get yourself focused so you can do what you need to do, you need to start with A Game. This is a powerful herbal solution for men, which means that there are only herbs here. 21 powerful, potent herbs that help a man with his overall health and assist him with his energy, his vitality, his strength, and his libido. No artificial ingredients, nothing like that, no caffeine, nothing. There's also no animal byproducts if anyone was actually worried about that. So this isn't going to interfere with any sort of diet program that you might be on or way of eating or way of lifestyle that you may have already adopted. So you don't have to think about that. Now that we've got that covered, if you want to be part of the A Game family, and I know that you do, all that you have to do is click the link at the top of the chat at agameherbal.com. And please don't forget to get your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, and you can get this box of awesomeness delivered to you ASAP, okay? Now, I'm telling you, A Game is the way to go. A Game is on its A game. It'll have you on your A game. Like real talk, all you have to do is ask the brothers in the chat that take it, and they'll let you know what the real deal is. Thank you, Dr. Michelle. See, A Game is on point. She said, men have told me that their blood pressure has improved, A1C levels improved, and mental clarity improved. Results vary, and we're happy to talk with you about your concerns. Definitely, 100%. The customer service is second to none. So if you do have questions and concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. You will be answered, and all of your concerns will be addressed. Now, to get back to this cookout, let's talk about being a chameleon. Okay? This ties into the deception, because the chameleon is the one that really understands the value system on a base level. She understands that she needs to appear, or she needs to present herself a certain kind of way, to be perceived a certain kind of way. Okay? Like I said before, she knows what being a good person is supposed to look like. She knows it begins with who she is, internally and spiritually, but that's not what gets her paid. See, that don't get her through the world of a lost value system, right? She's not going to impress nobody being this so-called goody two-shoes. See, she's not going to get a lot of attention. See, if I start posting pictures on Instagram, me dressed like this, it can be a nice presentation, a pretty dress, a pretty shirt, a pretty hijab, my makeup done cute, blah, 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 blah. And I may get a couple of likes, a couple of hearts. It'll be nice. I might even get a couple of comments. But see, That's too wholesome. If I really want to get it cracking, I'll show up in a thong, no hijab, hair did, nails did, everything did, and then that Instagram will take off. Women know this. They know it. We all know. Y'all know I got my notes. So if you hear my paper crinkling, just, we gonna keep rolling. So getting into the chameleon, she gotta be seen and she gotta be regarded as a good person. She can't be seen and regarded as a bad person, a bad parent, a bad girlfriend, a bad wife, a liar, a bad friend, etc. See, she can't be perceived that way because she want to be able to move through both worlds. She want to benefit from the people. I'm going to tell you what she want to benefit from and why she want to move through both worlds. See, the people who live their lives according to the 10 life value system are excellent people. We are people that strive towards excellence. That's the key to the 10 life values. You strive. It's a system that helps you to put your life into perspective in a way that helps you go towards positivity and go towards excellence. It's designed to take you out of a mindset of poverty and scarcity and negativity and put you in a mindset of positivity, abundance, right? And out of that survival mentality to put you into a mentality of thriving and wealth as in abundance, not just money. Rich is just money. Wealthy is more than that. Wealthy is the culmination of your spiritual, your health, your family, your appearance, your dwelling, your mobility, your education, your profession, and your leisure. Let's be clear. When you rich, that means you got a lot of money, because people can be rich under the lost value system. The 48 Laws of Power, which is one of the worst books that could have ever been recommended to anybody black, because it perpetuates the lost value system, tell you how to move through life so you get rich. That's what it tells you to do. But it's all of these manipulative tactics. The person who wrote it, Robert Greene, was like, I don't live like that. And I actually don't suggest people to live that way. Don't live your life like that. I wrote the book so you'll know how people live and how people who don't have spiritual value basically go through life, but I wouldn't recommend it. He wrote the dang thing and wouldn't live by it. And you got us trying to live like that, thinking that's going to get us ahead. So just like the 10 life values is a value system that is designed to propel us towards excellence, the lost value system is designed to degrade consistently, to make you a worse and worse person, to make you even more deceptive, to make you have even less of a moral code, even less of a spiritual value, until there's nothing there. Until you're just a shell of a person and you don't have any good about you. You'll do anything to anybody at any time for any reason. You go into the lowest level of humanity until you cease to be human. That is its purpose. That's the purpose of the lost value system. That's the purpose of it. Which is why the chameleon wants both worlds. See, she want to be able to get into foolishness with the people that live and subscribe to the lost value system, because they're not going to judge her. They're not going to judge her for the foolishness because they already so immersed into it that how can they judge? They like, yeah, come on, you don't jump in the pool, the water's fine. That kind of thing. But she knows that people that live their life in the 10 life values don't rock with that. And they not going to accept her as she is. If she just come up a whole hyena, it's going to be like, girl, if you don't knock that off, you got to get out of my face with that. She know that. So here come the chameleon aspect. I got to be able to draw benefit from the people that can benefit me, because people who live in the lost value system have lost value. When you live in the lost value system, you lose your value. So you're not beneficial to nobody. You're always a detriment. You're always a liability to somebody. That's all that you are. That's all you become. That's the purpose. So in order to get benefit from somebody, she got to go to people that's not living a life like that. That's what she got to do. She got to go to people that's not living a life so she can reap benefit. That's why she's a chameleon. That's why the facade got to be there. See, when she get around men that's not on that foolishness, not on that crazy-ment, not on that demon time. See, that's why she got to come real nice. I'm submissive too. I just haven't, had an opportunity to rest in my femininity, but I sure would love to have a masculine man that'll help me be feminine. Just give me a space so I can live a soft lifestyle. And they really can't help but to tell on themselves because they got a language. Anytime you hearing chicks constantly talking about resting in their femininity but they can't do it. They can't never do it. Just like Lolo Jones. I'm going back to her. She the poster child for this. She the poster child for what I'm talking about right now. She want to portray to the world that's a chameleon. She a whole chameleon. And I got spiritual value and I'm a good girl. And I've always been, just this really devout to really just, but she a chameleon because she masculine. Because she likes to compete and she likes to challenge. She likes to talk crap. She likes to say what she want to say and then back up like, oh, well, yeah, that's just a woman. No accountability. Why don't Black women have accountability? The long and short of it is that accountability is the truth. As such, it places you right smack dab in the middle of the 10 life value system. Accountability is the truth. As such, it places you smack dab in the middle of the 10 life value system. But because she's waffling from one end to the other, she don't see no value in the truth because the truth doesn't serve the lie. See, everything she do gotta serve the lie she living. And if it don't serve the lie she living, she can't deal with it. This is why accountability must be avoided at all costs. You wonder where the saying come from, accountability is a Black woman's kryptonite. This is why. I'm giving you the why to that statement. Why is it kryptonite? Because if I carefully craft a house of cards, we can't shake the table. If I craft a house of cards, I take so many decks of cards and I spend my time meticulously stacking these cards, which is a useless endeavor, by the way, because we know it's going to fall. So a complete waste of time. It's completely forbidden to waste your time. Anyway, a complete waste of time setting up a bunch of cards. You know, you got to make the little pyramid. You know, if somebody so much as sneeze the wrong direction, them cards coming down. Don't let nobody bump the table. It's gone. So you can't have accountability. Because accountability represents the truth. It represents the truth. That is why there's no accountability. She can't do it. Hey, gloves off. How you doing? Long time no see. Can't do it. No accountability at all. That go hand in hand with no responsibility. No responsibility for what she do because she's in limbo. Can't be responsible. I'm aimless. I'm purposeless. I'm directionless. I can't be responsible for nothing that I do because I don't have any clarity of thought. Thank you, Chano. So accountability is like a mirror to a vampire to most black women. They see everything except themselves. Exactly. Can't take responsibility because how I'm going to be responsible. This is where all of that cognitive dissonance comes from. This is why on one end they're empowered and on the other end they're a victim. That's why on one end they're a queen and on the other end they're a pauper. That's why on one hand she's a boss chick and she can do this and she can run stuff, and on the other hand she's being dominated, she's being oppressed, she's being held back. This is how those two things, these two opposing things, can always exist within her because she's attempting to exist with two opposing value systems. They don't know themselves. Black women, most of y'all have no idea who you are. Because you do fake healing processes, because you do fake self-discovery journeys and things of that nature, you never find out who you really are. You're so invested in the lie. You're so invested in the shell. You're so invested in the story you tell yourself and the story you tell others. You're so invested in your narrative that you never take time to strip yourself down from all of that and see who you are. Discover who you are. You never do it. See, that's not the same thing as figuring out the stuff you don't like in life. That's easy. Figuring out who you are is not the same thing as saying, well, I don't like being treated this kind of way, or I don't like going in this place, or I don't like this type of environment. That's not figuring out who you are. That's why it take y'all to y'all my age to quote unquote know who you are, because you think it take that long to acquire life experiences to figure it out. No, you're actually supposed to go on the spiritual journey early in life of self-discovery. That's what you're supposed to do. But y'all don't do it. because you immediately jump into the deception. You gotta keep up with the Joneses. You gotta keep up with the other women. You gotta keep up with the gynocracy. You gotta keep up with the lost value system. Like, you gotta keep up. So you starting out at 15, 16 years old, learning how to put your lace wig on, rather than figuring out, my hair is pretty enough, it's long enough, why come I'm not doing my hair? You don't know who you are. You go through life, you might have had trauma, you never see to it. You never sort that out. You never dig through that box to figure out what's going on with you. You think it's somebody else's job. And you rather cover it up than deal with it. Again, that's where all the deceptions come from. You rather cover it up than deal with it. Y'all version of leveling up is to get a better lace front wig. Y'all version of leveling up is to get a better brand of makeup. I don't wear drugstore brand makeup. That's beneath me. Why Revlon beneath you? Revlon got a pretty good, Maybelline got a pretty good foundation. What's your problem? You think you better than somebody because you can try to finesse somebody to buy you MAC and Urban Decay and Fenty Beauty? Because you think you too good to go in CVS and Target or whatever and pick you up some makeup? That's what you can afford. That's your level. Go get you them Eco Tool brushes and go sit down. That's what you need to do. The best you can do out of Target is that Sonia Kashuk, or however you say it, a little brush set. And get you a makeup bag. And get you that little, go get you some e.l.f. Eyes, lips, face. Go get you some e.l.f. Go get you some, they got a whole line. They got primer, they got concealer, they got bronzers. Thank you, Frederick, said RuPaul syndrome. Stop trying to get these fake designer things because you can't afford. I ain't never did that. I have never done that. Have fake designer stuff. If I couldn't afford the designer, I didn't go and get the fake. I can't afford Coach, so I'm gonna go get Boach. I can't afford a Birkin, so I'm gonna go get a Durkin. If I couldn't afford it, I just didn't have it. Let's go get you a regular purse up out of DSW. Go to Marshall, get you the little purse. They might have a little Michael Kors on sale or something like that. Go get you a little bag. It's a little no-name bag. Get you a little no-name bag off of Amazon or something. Make sure, it's of some type of decent little quality. Ain't gonna tear up on you. And call it a cheap afternoon. They used to laugh at me here on YouTube because I proudly said, I was wearing my dresses out of rainbow because that's what I could afford. Why am I trying to front like I'm doing anything other than what I'm able to do? She wear her dresses out of rainbow. Rainbow is a cheap little store. It is. I'm not going to sit here and lie. It ain't worth the fake. So if you see Crimson Cure step out with a Coach bag, trust and believe I went direct to Coach. Thank you, Karen, said, feeling so sad right now about the state of black women, but you give me hope. I'm glad I give you hope, sweetheart. Trust and believe if you see me step through with anything with a name brand on it, trust and believe I went direct. I didn't go nowhere else. I went directly to that place. And the only reason that I ever do that is for the quality, because sometimes when you pay more, you actually receive the quality that the money is supposed to get you. Thank you again, Norrin. Thank you, 39 Dina. You actually get what you're supposed to be getting. You have to practice authenticity at every level. We almost done. Can't be true to themselves and others. Because you don't know who you are, you can't be authentic. Because what's authentic for you? You don't know. You've never done it. You don't do it. So you don't have things like loyalty and integrity and honor. You don't have them things. You never cultivated them things. You never found value in any of that. This is why all your friendships, relationships, romantic or otherwise, are always failing, because they don't have any foundation. And you're so far down the rabbit hole that you can't come back. Here's the thing that you really got to get out of this. If you a black woman and you listening, thank you, CBP. The lost value system always, 100% of the time, lowers you and leads you down the path of disgrace. The 10 life value system leads you down the path of excellence and is designed to elevate you. The reason why you're not gonna make it is because you straddle the fence, but it is impossible. Because if you have not chosen the 10 life values, you have chosen the lost value system by default. By default. No matter what you tell yourself, that's what happened. The reality of what happened is that if you did not choose excellence, you chose failure. If you did not choose positivity, you chose negativity. If you did not choose thriving, you chose survival. If you did not choose good, you chose evil. If you did not choose righteousness, you chose unrighteousness. See, these things require an active choice. There are no middle grounds. We don't have a middle life value system. We don't have a gray life value system. We don't have that. Nobody has that. Nobody has the gray life values. Y'all want to live in a gray area, and the gray area does not exist. You want to be able to pick it up or put it down at your will and at your convenience, but that's not possible. You cannot make it in life this way. This is why so many black women struggle in every area of your life. Because the reality is that you live in the lost value system. I don't care what you say. It's a lie. All of it is lies. And you practice deception as a rule because of it. And everybody see you. Everybody see you. I'm going to try to, I know we're at the end, but I'm going to try to find this video for y'all. It's a real super short clip of Sierra. Here it is. I'm gonna show, it's super short. And what I'm gonna do is I am going to share my screen and I'm gonna let it run a couple of times. And I'm gonna demonstrate what I'm talking about. This is her son, Future. Listen to this little boy.
Okay, Future. Now, what did you just ask?
What does the thing mean in jump?
It's like you can.
You go wild when you make that thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
So the thing can be like cars jumping, people jumping.
Really, Mom?
No, I'm serious.
Really?
I love you. Okay, Future. Now, what did you just ask?
What does the thing mean in jump?
It's like you can.
You go wild when you make that thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Thing.
So the thing can be like cars jumping, people jumping.
Really, Mom?
No, I'm serious.
Really?
I love you. Okay, Future. Now, what did you?
Let me stop sharing. I wanted to show y'all that. Because it was a demonstration of Sierra straddling the fence. This is what I'm talking about. Because she lives the lost value system. But then she's trying to portray and tell her son that she's living in the 10 life value system. He asked her that question as a test. Children test to see whether or not you're going to lie to them. That was the will mama lie to me test. And he bust out. He was like, "Really, Mom? Really? You gonna sit there and tell me a bold-faced lie to my face when we both know what you mean by thing? So you just not gonna take accountability for what you put out in the world, what you let me listen to? You're not gonna take no responsibility for saying what you're saying. You wrote it, or somebody wrote it for you. You sung it and performed it. You ain't gonna stand by it. That what you telling me? So you're the person that I'm supposed to be getting a value system from, but you will sit here and tell me a bold-faced lie in my face? And I'm supposed to believe other things that you tell me. When you will lie to me when the truth will do. You lied when the truth will do. Don't want to be seen as a liar. Don't want to be seen as a bad mom. Don't want to be seen as a bad wife. Don't want to be seen. Do you understand? Chameleon in effect. She's living the lost value system. She want to try to act like she going to teach her son the 10 life values, but he already know. He know you got him in the lost value system. He know where you got him at. That baby know where he at. And he know you put him there. Now nothing you say don't mean nothing. Understand that if anybody ever shows Sierra this video, understand your son, Future, that little boy right there, that little clip right there, his respect for you dropped. It dropped. Period. It dropped. He don't look at you the same. He still love you. You still mama. But you ain't mama like you was before you lied in his face. And he know you lying. Just wanted to demonstrate it. Because people act like they don't know what we talking about. Folks act like they don't know what we talking about. Thank you, John Abel. Don't know what we mean. I love you. Do you? You just lied. Same thing you will have me in trouble for, lying to you to your face. Don't nothing tell the truth about which life you living than what your children do. If you've been living the lost value system, your kids gonna tell that tale. If you got children, they're going to live it out. You can try to hide it and act like to the rest of the world you living right, but you ain't living right. Your kids gonna act it out. They gonna manifest that lost value system teaching that you did to them. Did I say thank you, John? I think I did. With that being said, we can see the manifestation of what Black Lives Matter ended up doing as an organization. I urge everyone to click the link for the petition that we have against Black Lives Matter, because what we want to do as a community is hold them accountable for the theft that they did, for the lies, basically, for the bait and switch. We're here for our Black community, specifically Black men who are being killed with impunity in the streets by police. And off of the blood and the bodies of those Black men, we built an organization that was supposed to be addressing that. Then I switched it. Then they switched it. Switched the whole mission statement to completely exclude that very demographic of men. We have to be the ones to bring things to their attention and let them know it wasn't appreciated by us, the ones who actually got stolen from and lied to. So in order to be a part of holding them accountable, please go ahead and sign the petition. It's in the chat and also in the description box. So if you haven't signed it already, please do. Please also share it on your social media and contribute to it if you can. I want to thank everyone for their generous contributions today. I want to thank you for coming through. I want to thank you for your likes, for your participation. And last but not least, I want to thank my support team for everything that they do. Without them, I cannot bring you any of this content at all. So thank you to them. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.